Capricorn, how you doing? So welcome to your March 2023 reading. So this camera will change at some point because I will pull it down and I will show you the cards. But this beginning segment will be when I'm trying to feel through your energy and we'll see what you have coming up for maybe a prediction from Spirit that they kind of want you to know. So what I'm feeling for you is actually that something big is about to happen. But what I do need to make sure that you guys are aware of, that you can watch this in numerology, which means that you can watch it as a Capricorn, a Gemini, or a Life Path 6 from the perspective of if the channeled messages or messages are relating to you, then it is within numerology that holds the key. So I'm hearing for a lot of you, you're kind of like opening keys to a new building or a new house, okay, that you're trying to find the keys. Look through the keyhole. Who lives in a place like this? So it might mean the fact that you're moving, okay, and that you're opening the keys to a new building or a new residential home. Now, for some of you, it might be where grandparents or parents are put into a home. You could work in a elderly residential place, but place you might be dealing with a fish. If I say place, you say cod, haddock, fish, Life Path 3 or Pisces. Okay. So I'm hearing for you that these keys that you find or have are the keys to a kingdom. Okay. So it might be where you realize that you have heritage of like something to do with, I'm also hearing like Scotland or something, and like castles or something like that, and I have the keys to my own apartment or building, okay, and this is going to be my own, so it'll be my own flat, okay, or my own building or my own house. So if it isn't relating to like that, I definitely, okay, I'm hearing flat, okay, so some of you might be looking for an apartment or physically moving within the month of March, or you are in the discussions of like merging and moving, okay, definitely keep feeling like this energy of moving. Now, if you guys have watched me for a while, you know that I've said that when it comes to the year of 2023, that we are in the year of 7, okay? So 7 is very important to realize that I really could start coming up with this notion and this feeling that something's going to happen and that I've either been kicked out or will be kicked out or I'm moving or I'm relocating, okay? Now, some of you could have like a long distance, say, travel plan of yours of something that you really feel like that you want to do in the month of March. It could be like holiday or something like that, but like I'm also hearing extravaganza, okay, or ganza or Gascoigne. Gascoigne is like football, so that's like Manchester, Leeds, Liverpool, could be from like Liverpool, okay, but I'm picking up like British kind of Isles or island or so, Idaho. Okay, I'm also hearing British Isles Island as well, for anybody that's in Ireland or travelling to an island. Okay, I'm also hearing Love Island, where it might be involving the lovers. That could be a Gemini that lives on an island. So that could be from Ireland or it's a separate island from where you're living, which means I'm kind of looking at a geographical map in my head of a channeled message that is kind of like this, looking at a map and seeing where to travel to and where to go and like stick it, you know, and then kind of like right there and then like pin that in and then okay there, and it's like penciling something in, but like looking at like a geographical map and wondering where am I going to relocate to. Now, if this means an island, I very much doubt that anybody will be able to afford their whole island to themselves, but what I am picking up is that whatever connection it is that these keys hold the secret to is possible movement from one island to another one, which means that if I have a long distance relationship with someone or a connection in a different country, it would evolve to spiritually evolve. It would take me to move from one island, say like, I don't know, Japan, England, America, England, English, Irish, Scottish, you know, well, Scottish is in, but like say England, Ireland, okay, you have to travel to Ireland, so you have to go across the sea, right? So in my head, I'm kind of picking up the world, maybe like around a 3 of a Piscean. Some of you are kind of like merging families and thinking about like traveling in with your actual partner, but you're going to have to like go from one island to another island, right? Keep hearing like River Island as well, River Island. So that's a shopping extravaganza or something of River Island. That's Peterborough. Okay, Peterborough has River Island in it. So there might be, I really do keep picking up like travel plans. And I did for Pisces. Okay, Pisces, I think I channeled for them for about 35 minutes before we actually pulled any cards. And even when I went over to the other side on Patreon, it was everything I was saying came out in the cards, right? So I think that some of you might have like you're either a Capricorn or a Gemini, okay, and you're watching it, you got it in your chart, or the other person does, or there's a mixture of those. But Pisces is definitely here as well, like Life Path 3 Piscean. And it is something about like traveling and merging a company, or like merging partnerships, and like looking for a ship. So that's 6, that's Gemini, Capricorn. So 6 of Swords in my head, traveling salesman. It's the same message as Pisces. If any of you are dealing with a Piscean and you've got it in your chart, like Gemini, Capricorn, Pisces, the same messages are coming through. Okay, so like if you guys are like, well, I don't know anybody, but I'm really open for like worldly experiences and so on and so forth, don't forget these can also be predictions of things that come up through your month, right? So what I'm hearing to you is there's something about these keys to a house or something like that, and I've just been given the keys to a new building, an apartment, anything like that, but where you are handed keys. You're handed keys. Now that might... Okay, so is there a place called Keys? Or Keely, or Kesey, or Kaylee, or Cassandra, K or C? Either way, okay. But I'm hearing like I've been handed the keys, or I'm handing my keys in, or my Okay, so where are we going? Where are we going on our travels? Handing my keys in. Okay, so some of you really could be like, or someone here is like handing their keys in to say, I don't want to live here, I can't live here anymore, and then being given another lot of keys to another building or a house. So it yeah, I think that there are buildings and movings here, because I'm picking up 2 messages around these keys, right? Like there is a place called Keys somewhere, God knows where, I can't remember, but I know there is a place called Keys, right? So there's something about being handed a bunch of keys, but handing them over to someone to say that I'm not living here anymore. Okay. Then there's another energy here of like, once I've given these keys in, then where are my keys, right? So I need another set of keys. So in my head, it's kind of like saying that a lot of you are considering this move, like you're moving. Okay, house, location. Okay, so where were we also going with around this energy of handing in? So handing in my resignation, or because if you're moving, then there's this handing in of resignation of job and then moving to another building, right? So it might be where you are kind of like, I'm going to have to hand in my resignation of where it is that I'm working, and then also look for another location. Loki, the Loki Koki with me. But like I'm handing in a bunch of keys, and I might be like going to another job, but this might also entail a Leo or an Aquarian tail dragon. But like I'm going to have to like hand my keys in, my notice in, and then I'm transitioning over to another part of my life, like another job or a different part of my life, and it's going to change. So you're dealing with like Scorpio, maybe Life Path 4 or Scorpio person that's kind of like willing here. I'm also hearing goodwill hunting, or like this came up in Pisces where it's about hunter's chicken, or like hunting for elk, or like meat and stuff like this, or a meeting. Okay, and we're going to be eating when we're meeting. So it's kind of like that you're going to probably through, I don't know why, but I'm picking up like signals of like a yearly channeled message here. Something that progresses on throughout the year, like a huge transitional move. And it's kind of like I need to start as I mean to go on. And there's something about hunting, or hunting for deer, or something like that, where it's requiring like killing my own like deer or something like that, I don't know, or a deer in headlights, Elijah. But like what do you call a no-eye blind deer? I don't know, no idea. Let's see where these messages going. So transition, handing in keys, maybe giving in my resignation or notice, possible house and job, or just house to a job or job to a house type sort of thing. Maybe considering working from home, not working for a company, working for myself, working from home, company, keeping company. Someone might be moving in with someone and I'm keeping company. Somebody here might rent out their own house or home that they own, okay, and I'm going to have someone staying here while I move or do something. It's kind of like if you own your own house, right, or company or building, and you rent it out, okay, you rent it out and think, right, I'm going to go on my travels, but I own my house, so I'm going to rent it out to someone, and then I'm going to hand the keys in and say, it's all over to you, I don't want nothing to do with it, just look after it while I go, okay. So whichever message that I'm looking at for you, it's about handing something in and looking after it while I go. Now, I don't know if this is involving animals like dogs and cats, and I'm going to have to like let you look after my house while I'm not here, or something about also animals being present of please look after them while I'm not here. Now, this could be like children, it could be anything like that, but please look after them while I am not here. Can you keep an eye on this person, or a Leo? Can you keep an eye on the lion? So like a Leo or an Aquarian. I don't know if that's a person or a child or a cat or a dog. I don't know. I'm just hearing, can you look after them while I'm not here? Because I'm thinking about relocating and moving, but I need to go first. Yeah, there's this energy of like hesitation a little, probably around a Piscean. And I need to go first to see, because it's a little bit like job hunting or house hunting. Okay, and I need to get there first to see what it's like before I agree. Okay, so it's kind of like look after something while I travel, make an arrangement and plan and see what it's like, and then make a decision about a permanent residential place or home. Now, if you're dealing with like anybody of like elderly, grandmother or mother, and you're kind of like, you know, I want to put them somewhere, but we really don't know where to put them, then I need to go and check this place out first to see where they're going to go. And then if I think that it's really, you know, really all right, that's the place that I want to retire, or that's the place that I want my parents to reside into a place of residential homing. Or it's kind of like, this is the last time that I'm moving. I want to make sure that it's right. This is the place that I want to retire to. I want to make sure that it's right. I want to visit. And then this is the last place that I'm moving. It is a message that is involving something like that, Capricorn or Gemini or Life Path 6. Okay, so that is your monthly. Well, you can never really tell with time when I'm channeling. So it could even be discussions, planning, actions, it actually happening, or just, you know, leading up to this kind of channeled stuff right here. So that's your channel messages for you. For Scorpio, Aries, you really could be dealing with like a Life Path 4, a Scorpio, or an Aries. For you, Alchemy, Natalie. For you and Jim, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jackie's son, mother's son. Some of you might be introduced to like parents or something like that, or introduced as a parent. My son. Biden? Something to do with Myson or Bison? Bison. What's a bison? Don't know what a bison is. Bison. Well, Biden is like Scorpio, right? I know more about your president than you do, Governor. Some of you might be actually buying a pub or a restaurant and the governor, okay, or the governor of the state, or something going on around the country, or the state of the country, or a governor. Okay, but governor here, that is what you call the police force, okay, or the armed forces or the police force, and you call them governor, okay. So they could have something around armed force, police force, that kind of stuff here, governor. But then I'm also hearing like governor of the state, and what it feels like that the state of the country at the moment is not good. And this is why I'm thinking about maybe relocating, maybe to another house or a home or a job, because the state of the country is really not doing so well at the moment. And the pay is not very good, and so on and so forth. And I'm thinking about doing something like different. I'm also hearing different strokes. Stroke. See, that came up in Pisces reading around someone maybe having a stroke or a seizure Or a see you later, alligator. Alison, Abigail, Amber, Abbott. That's me. Hopefully that's not me. Seizure. Because that's it. There was something to do around an amputation. Like I need like something amputated or an amp. Some of you might be playing guitar or something like that. General message: music, mixing, mastering, guitar, amp, amplifier. Okay. Some of you are looking for like an amplifier of my voice and like using my voice to amplify things. So it could be like singing, mixing, mastering, that kind of stuff, like singing, right? But then I'm also picking up like amputee, like needing something taken off, because this came up in Pisces reading, and it was about where I looked at the hangman and there was a crossed leg and it was a 4, okay, number 4 of the hangman doing that, right? And it feels like that I might need surgery of something that might be around my groin area. It was also relating to someone that could be Jewish and circumcision. It's also like yeah, because it's like blocking energy of Jenny on the block. Jen, Julian, Justin, Jackie on the block. Blocked. Something blocked. A drain. Adrian, something blocked. Adrian Mole and 3 3/4. So that's his dick. So someone's not trying to like have their dick cut off right here. Or like, I don't know, like I'm losing my 3rd leg. Well, that would be a dick, right? So like I don't know. There could be some kind of energy of, I don't know, what's the Pisces reading? Okay. Because it feels like that there's some kind of like medical, like, I don't know, I can't quite see what it is. And it feels like it's like an X-ray, and I can't quite see, because it's like a clot or a shadow. Like, for instance, like a shadow on my, like, I really fucking hope not, man. But like a shadow on my lung, like Tom York. I think I come out with this through one of the readings on Patreon or somewhere last month, where I was saying Tom York, my iron lung, like lung cancer, lung disease, lung shadow, something or other. Or your mother, something around someone's mother. I don't know. I don't want to go too far down into that, like that pit of like, you know, trying to like figure out like things when it comes to like illnesses and stuff, right? Because I'm picking up that there is something here of concerning, stern, putchy, stop smoking here. Could be even that. Like I'm thinking about stopping smoking. Lungs. So I'm doing my lungs, okay. I don't know why I'm hearing collapsed lung or like have one lung. Like I only breathe through one lung. Something like that. Or only breathe through one breast. Okay, man, I don't want to go too far down those messages. I used to, you know, as a channel, I used to like, you know, go down the road of Rhodes Islands. Down the road of like, you know, let's figure out what's wrong with a person. But I don't really like giving out those messages, because I'm picking up that something needs looking at, and like surgical type sort of medical surgical spirit, surging, sergeant major, Maria, sergeant. Wake up, major, and take off your hat. Wake up, major. Maker. Wake up, major. You got to pay the maker. It's like a pacemaker. Someone here have like a pacemaker, because I'm hearing like pay the maker, but it's not. It's like a pacemaker. Okay. I don't know why I'm hearing like pig's heart or something, but like a pacemaker. So I don't know if you've got like elderly people around you of like a pacemaker and a surge, like, or a surgical surgeon. Like having surgery, or you are a surgeon, or there's a surge of electricity of like, okay, like to kickstart hearts, like something like that of a pacemaker. That's really not for everybody, so I don't know where that's like coming up in your reading here. Okay, so I will turn this camera down very soon. Pisces, I said Pisces. Y'all gotta be dealing with a fish. Okay, so Capricorn, don't forget, again, very important. John, Julian, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jack. Okay, Daisy. Daisy, Duke, Daisy, 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 Willie their heart for true. I'm so crazy, my balls are turning blue. Someone could have blue balls, I don't know, or someone's dying to get their leg over or something. Or it could be something around your balls, like, I don't know, like men's, like around their private area or something like that. Because I'm hearing Daisy, Daisy, how do you tell me true? I'm half crazy, my balls are turning blue. Blue, balls are blue, me balls are blue. Don't know. Someone might need to just shoot their load. Fuck knows. Anyway, Capricorn, don't forget you can watch this as Gemini. Capricorn, life path 6. You're your partner, your mother or your brother. Really doesn't matter. Okay, let's see what you've got coming up for your March 2023 for Capricorn, please. What have they got? Bam. An STD. Only kidding. Hot, heat, warmth, healing energy. Have you guys, if you didn't watch, because I'm probably going to take it down very soon, the healing video is going to be a segment of videos this month talking about actual light workers and healing. Okay. How do I know I'm healing? Because I feel warm. Feels warm and welcoming, and I'm letting someone in to heal. Okay. So light workers, they do their job when healing with someone when you feel good. When you feel really good and you feel excited and you feel horny and you feel like, what is going on with my everything, what's going on, you're healing. Okay. If you get extremely tired after this, it's because you're healing. When two light workers or a person of light enters into another person, you distribute light and dark between people, okay, between them. So it goes between both of you, okay. So you distribute a little bit of light and a little bit of dark. And then each person, separate, deals with that energy where it goes. So that's normally when you rest. That's Four of Swords, not healing, relaxing, and then the healing energy is where that goes when you rest and recuperate. Okay, I'll go into that because there's going to be quite a few segments this month on the teaching tip. So some of you, something is happening really quickly. Okay, let's see, Capricorn for March 2023 for Capricorn. March 2023 for Capricorn. Libra. So that's also like leaving, finding, wanting, job, okay, or Rob, or Robin, or Robert, or Robin Realms. Hello, Robin Realms. Okay, the Elms, Freddie, Fred, F and Steph and Jeff. Okay, so there's a transition kind of going on here, and also a transaction, a bank transaction. Now, for some of you, it might be to do with around savings, because this is always a bank to me. It's a Bank of England or the bank, right? So I'm hearing like transacting money. Okay, hopefully it's not siphoning money or Simon. Okay, I was hearing Simon, Sarah, Steve, Sassy, Sandra, Casino, transaction, money, transition radio, angel radio. Some of you might like my music or making music. Transition, transactions, bank transactions. Someone here is a banker, like a bank clerk, and they deal with money as it is transacted through. So they work in a bank as a bank clerk or clerk. It's a bit like Clark Kent. Some of you could be from Kent. That's like London, Kent. Okay. I'm also hearing Stoke-on-Trent. Okay, Stoke-on-Trent. Stockings. Stockholm Syndrome. Okay. Muse. Stockholm Syndrome. Yeah, that's a bad, well. There is something here about food. Okay. Stockholm Syndrome, I'm sure is, well, Stockholm Syndrome is like attracted to danger. Like, so, well, like emotionally intelligent. Someone that is like daring, okay, and stuff like that. I'm sure it is Stockholm Syndrome. When I'm kind of like addicted to like a bank robber, for instance, right? Okay, so like I'm addicted to like being with a person that's like muscular, tattoos, and full of stupidity, right? Someone that's like in prison or something like that, okay? So there's that energy there, attracted to like dangerous energy. I'm sure that's what Stockholm Syndrome is, right? Then I'm also picking up like transactions of like bank, clerk, transactions, money, tax. I don't know if tax evasion is, because I don't know, because like the tax year is kind of coming up, right? Because we're looking at March, right? So you're looking at like April, all those kind of energies, right? So you kind of like looking at like tax here, I feel. And income tax, no income tax, no VAT. So you could be Dave, David, Danielle. You right, Danielle? Hello. David, Dave. You right, Dave? How you getting on, Trigger? You right, Rodders? So Trotter. Some of you could have the shits and you got the trots. Okay. You're like, oh, I'm having a bowel movement, right? Here. Keep picking up Kaylee, Casey, movement. Bowels. Vowels. I'll have a B, please, Bob. Bob, Rob, Robin, Bob. I'll have a B on the end of your knob. Someone wants to jump straight on the end of someone's knob here. Just saying, bruv. I want you to spin round on me knob. I spin you right round, baby, right round. Like a record player, baby, right round. Rounds up. Rounds up. Round 2. Ding, ding. Someone's fighting. Like a KFC fighting with a chicken, or I don't know. What came first, the chicken or the egg? Where did it go? Rhodes Island. Roads? Be careful someone doesn't run out into the middle of the road here. Or is dating like a UFC kind of like fighting arena or something like here. Arena. Orita, Orena, Ranny, ransom money. What is that? Ransom money? I ran some money. I won some money. Okay. Some of you might come into like an inheritance, or you might win some money. Like you come into like a lump sum of money. I don't know. It could be like, say, if someone passes and someone comes into like a lump sum of money here. Because I'm hearing like a transaction of a lump sum of money. It's a little bit like, say, if you've got like an ISIS account and you've got like a savings account or something like that, and you transact a load of money into a savings account from your account. Like, because I have it in my bank, right? I have an account where there's money, okay? And then I have a savings account that is more of a higher savings, right? So it can't like be touched, can't really be touched, but it gains money in your savings. So some of you, if you've got like money, you might be thinking about investing into something or transacting money from like one account to another account. You might be thinking about changing accountancy also here. Or agency. I'm also looking at like a model agency or an agency, and I'm looking for work in an agency. So it could be like you might even work there for like moving, traveling, like an agency of modeling or a contract of some sort. And I'm looking for a contract of an agency to like be employed by a certain agency to do something here. Capricorn. What has Capricorn got coming up, please, for? Ooh, someone's in love. When you're in love with a beautiful water sign, you can't go wrong. Can't go wrong here, Capricorn. Well, there's justice. Is it wrong or is it right? Okay, does it feel right? This move, this transaction for this person or with this person, does it feel right? Is it right or wrong? Someone's trying to make a decision. Does this really feel right? Because it looks right here. Looks right on paper. So you might have a decision to make of something of a contract that comes in front of you. And you're kind of like, well, there you go. Sign the dotted line. Do you want it or don't you? Okay. So that could be like a job or a transaction of something. It's like, well, it looks right. Because it feels like I'm being made an offer, okay, that I can't refuse. And it looks right on paper, but I need to make a decision to see if it is. So it's like being made an offer of like, I don't know, like a pay rise or something like that. And like, okay, well, there's your offer. Bam. Do you want that? Okay. Do you want that flat? Some of you are really considering moving, signing on the dotted line of a contract, of a job or a house or a home or a movement here. Because I believe that this contract is going to be put in on your desk is normally what I'm hearing, like a desk work or a desk clerk or where you're working at a desk in front of a computer. What's there? Derek, Dan, Clark. You right, Clark? Derek, clerk, clergyman? Oh God, really? Oh, that person. I'm sure there's someone that always talks about clergyman here. So let's move on, right, Capricorn? So we got 3 here. So some of you are all religious, all up into the 9s here. You got the 3 of Wands now. Okay, so this decision is kind of like looming. It's kind of there. It's kind of, what do I do? Do I stay? Do I go? Do I wait? Okay, it's like this momentary lapse of reason that this person or you feel like I don't really know what the answer is yet. I don't really know. I wish I did, but I just kind of don't. It's kind of like I've got to kind of wait for a little bit just to see what happens. And it might be with a connection that you've got, or you're like holding out for a hero, or you're like holding out for another 0. Okay, so that might mean, okay, make me an offer, stick another 0 on it, and I might consider, I might actually consider that. Okay, it's like a pay rise, or money, or a check, or something like that. And if you stick another 0 on it, well, then I might consider it. Okay, if it isn't anything to do like money and transactions of you or this person, it's kind of like I've gone on to a hero. Like, I'm holding out for a hero till the morning light. He's got to be strong, and he's got to be tough, and he's got to be faster than light. Light. I need a hero. Capricorn, you got the push there. So you either got a Leo, specifically, or Aquarius placements. And then you've got not healing and resting. Okay? For any of you out there believe that you do not that you heal, this is not a healing card. This is a putting to rest. Resting. Recuperating my energy. Getting to know oneself. How do I love myself? Getting to like spending time with yourself. That doesn't mean you're healing from anything. Mm-hmm. Loving yourself first doesn't mean, okay, because like if you hate spending time with yourself, that's what you've got to get to know is you very well. Okay, so you have to do that first. This is an energy of like resting, recuperating. Okay, trying to gain my energy, trying to think. Okay, think about it. Okay, there's a very strong connection here, and it's pulling you. It's pulling you in a direction because you can't, because it's getting stronger. Like this connection is kind of like, it feels like it's, it's pulling me in a certain direction, that it's a strong enough connection to form a bond, that this is why this is a resting energy. It's because a lot of, probably here, you could have done a lot of healing work with a person. So it's draining you. It's making you tired because you're transmuting energy between 2 people. Why am I so tired? It's because you're doing work with a light worker. Okay. Now, if you're sick to death of slogging a dead horse and going over the same one with the same person and they just tire you out, it's because you need to experience something new. Okay. Because if it's just tiring and it's like, oh, this is just so tiring. Okay, I really can't be doing or putting the effort into this person anymore. It's probably because you need to experience something new. Okay. So let's show you the cards. Well, we've got 34 minutes. So there you go, Capricorn. These are the cards that I'm presented with. The majority of that was channeling, really. Channing Tatum. My name is Jeff, and Steph, or Steve. My name is Steve, or Dave. Anyway, so that's what you got for 35 minutes. Okay, trust me, these cards do not tell me that in your reading. Okay, it just tells me that. That's the way I read it. Okay. Damien Reedy, Jennifer Reed, Jen Reed, Jen Red, Virgo, run, 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 run. Someone could be a flight risk here. Run, run, run. I'm going to run till my daddy took the T-birds or took my kids away. There might be something to do around children or going to visit them until they took my kids away or something like that. I don't know. Or the Milky Way. So if you would like to rejoin or join, this will go to all 3 tiers over on Patreon. It'll go to the bronze, silver and gold. Gold has all the teaching, the stuff that's coming out through the month. All the past ones, you'll have to join the gold one to see it. It's all in one playlist. You can see it at the top of the playlist. If you wish this reading, you can either join the bronze or silver. The silver one has like silver, all right, silver, but has all of the weekly and monthly and stuff like that. So if you want to catch up with the energy as it's present, you'll need the silver one. If you just want monthlies and that's it, then bronze tier, okay. And if not, and you just want to give me a like, share, comment, subscription, really helps out Capricorn. If you also would like to join the button, there's a join button there and you get secret videos that are thrown over there. Shh, don't tell anyone. But you get so many videos that are thrown into that join button, but you have to be a part of it to see what you get. Because there's secret stuff that goes over there. There's also question and answers. There's lives and there's also leave your question and answer. And then I answer it and make a video for you. There's also secret videos that go over there of general readings and follow the story. And there's a lot that you get for like $2 or $3. And it really does help me out the more of you that join. Something, okay? So you do have options there, okay? Everything is provided below. And if not, just a like, share and a comment will really do, Capricorn. Thank you so much, guys. I really do appreciate it. I hope you have a great March. And I'll see you on Patreon to find out what the rest of your reading says.